You're listening to the Death Rattle Crew, a Hearthstone podcast.
DRC, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Death Rattle Crew, a Hearthstone podcast. This is episode 46. I am one of your hosts, Mike Tech2 Hearn, and I'm the only one right now. But don't worry, everyone else is joining us. We're actually, this week, I told you last week that this week we're doing a little something special. We are joining Conceded for a simulcast podcast. So if you haven't already checked out their podcast, go over there and check it out. Just search Conceded in your podcast catcher of choice. But this week we've just talked about some fun things, maybe what the future of Hearthstone holds, a little bit about ourselves. Obviously, we've ranted. You know, if you listen to the show long enough, you know that we love to rant. So that's it. So without further ado, let's just get into the show.
DRC would like to thank Brainiacs for their support of this podcast. If you have a tech idea for improving your business's workflow, Brainiacs can provide a turnkey solution to specifically fit your needs. You can contact them at www.brainiux.com.
All right, so here we go. Conceded, how you doing?
Good. If I speak on both of us.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
Who talks?
the whole group here, Kenny and Kevin from Conceded, and me, Jeremy, and Bradford Lee from the Death Rattle Crew, just going to do a big old mishmash show here. So let's start out with something fun. Kevin, you want to go first? We're just going to talk about ourselves real quick, and I guess our gaming history. What
All
led
right.
you up to Hearthstone?
Okay. All right. I didn't come from like card games. At first I was like a COD kid growing up, and then I started playing League of Legends when I was in high school. So I played that professionally for a while, like low level, not like anything really big. And then I played Pro Hearthstone on a team. Oh no, like I played League and then I switched over to Hearthstone because my buddies like convinced me to do it after I told them no for like 3 months. And then so I started I started playing it, and then I was like, oh, this game is really fun. And I like card games, so I joined a pro team after a while, and I did that for a little bit.
Who'd you play on?
And now
I
I
didn't
just-
even know that.
I played on a Vicious Syndicate.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
yeah.
And I played with them for a while, and I stopped doing that and started playing more poker. But I still play casually, and just to have a good time.
Yeah. Who on our show is the poker player? Is it Matt, or is it you, Jeremy, or is it you, Brad?
I used to pay my rent in poker, so I definitely in college played some poker.
Well, nice, Kevin.
It's fun.
Well, you get
Just
to
trying to get
right. You get to pass the torch. Who's next?
Oh, did you want to mention your favorite LOE card, though? I think we're going to mention our
Oh, you want
cards,
to do it?
too.
Okay.
favorite LOE card.
Oh, that's
Okay.
rough.
Well, for people who are listening who don't know, I'm like a big Priest guy. I love Priest and Control Warrior too, but mostly Priest. So Entomb is like a clear favorite. I immediately crafted Golden Entombs right when the win came out. Like I didn't even wait. Just like Golden Entombs right now. And but I actually have been having a lot of fun playing Arc Thief for FOM, so that's like worthy of mention, I guess.
What
But,
what deck?
Which one's Arc Thief?
it's like the one that gives you like those 3 artifacts or whatever.
Yeah, what deck are you playing?
Okay.
Like I made like a Fatigue Warrior kind of,
Okay.
and then so like it's like after everyone's resources are exhausted, you just drop that. Yeah, it's
a good
fun. It's not.
finisher.
I don't think it's that good, but it's fun. So,
Nice.
and then like you get like the other one has like the you fill the board with like 3/3 zombie things.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's just like a fun card.
we talked about that. We think that was probably the strongest artifact. Well, and I think that's the consensus. we
Only
came
ones,
with.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also really funny, like when you get like the Lantern of Power that gives a minion +10/+10,
Mhm.
and then you can just like end the game out of nowhere. It's like, oh, my zombie chow now is Grow Mash Hellscream.
Yeah, it is. It's basically assuming you have a dude on board. It's a 10-10 for 10 with charge.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, like, because I feel like everyone always expects you to take the mummy zombies, like to fill the board with the 3/3s, and then you just take the one that gives +10/+10 instead.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, surprise. Surprise, you're dead.
I have a question. So with the discover mechanic, it shows them all pop up on your screen. Do they always show up in the same place? And does your opponent see which one you took?
Whoa.
That's like, wow. I never thought about that.
I don't think I don't think you can tell which one they choose.
Well, I think when they do the discover, doesn't it like shuffle away two and then one slides to their hand?
Yeah.
I thought that's the way the animation works. Maybe I'm wrong.
The question is, do they always come up in the same place? Do they?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I don't know. I never paid attention to that. That's wow. That's next level. God.
We're gonna have to find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, who wants to test it with me?
Right.
I'm in. I'm a total tryhard.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pass it off.
Yeah. Who's next?
Oh, I'm passing it off.
Oh yeah.
How about my buddy Kenny? You wanna talk to us, Kenny?
All right. I figured we'd break it up a little bit, but yeah. Look.
No.
All right. So gaming history. Let's see. When I was a kid, we had the original Nintendo system, like Duck Hunt, Nintendo, like Mario 1, 2, 3. You know, I had games like Punch Out and
Nice.
Techno Bowl, all kinds of different games. That was the only one we grew up with. Mainly because my parents were like, we're not going to buy another system just to buy another several games for those. And I was like, oh, I'm good with just one. It's good for me. My friend had a Sega anyway, so I would go over to play with Sega with him. Other than that, when I got to college, I didn't buy any console games. I got I worked at Apple for a little bit. So that's why some of our listeners know I'm an Apple fanboy and have been on Mac since I worked there. One of the guys I worked with actually played World of Warcraft. So I started playing that back after Burning Crusade was released. So it was probably the beginning of Burning Crusade. And then I worked my way up to level cap and started raiding and doing everything there. Played pretty much everything. Only thing I really didn't play was Shaman and Warrior. I played pretty much everything else and raided with everything.
Dang.
Yeah, and then the last expansion that came out, I ended up just getting it just because I haven't played for a long time, and I kind of popped a level 90 warrior, just to get one up there. I've never played one before, but it's deactivated now. And then other than that, it's just pretty much Blizzard games because they have been Mac compatible up until the recent IP, but
yeah,
we won't. That.
Are you sure you don't want to? We like to air our salts on the show.
I really don't care about Overwatch, even though I have the Overwatch poster right above my computer. I played at BlizzCon last year. I got to go and I live in Southern California, so it's just down the street. Mm-hmm. I think I'll be going this next year, but I didn't go this year. But yeah, after playing, I was really excited, and then I found out that it wasn't going to be released for Mac. I was like, "That's it, done." Like, I'm a little more upset that I'm not getting that card back now.
Right.
I'm not playing it. Like, okay, I can understand not playing, but now I can't get that card back. I guess you could if you get it for console, but I have an Xbox 360, not an Xbox One, and I'm not about to buy another console just to get so whatever. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty salty. So so played everything from Diablo. I didn't play much StarCraft 2. I play a lot of WoW back in the day. I played Diablo more recently, just to kind of just dungeon crawl, not to take too seriously. And Hearthstone I've taken pretty seriously recently. Been Legend once. Hopefully I'll get again this month. I just started playing again recently, but it's kind of hard during the family time holidays, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a family man. I don't know if you guys don't know, but I have a newborn that was just born this year, so he'll be 7 months on the 20th.
Congrats.
That's awesome. Congrats, dude.
Thank you. He's over at grandma's now because my wife just got an opportunity at work. Usually she'd be off right now, so I have vacation and I got my schedule changed. So this would normally be good, but then she got this opportunity basically to watch a team as like a manager, kind of. So good for her, but a little unfortunate turn of events recently. As far as watching the kids, I have a 7-year-old stepson too.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Nice. All right. Favorite LOE card.
Favorite LOE card. Let's go. Okay. So now that I just finished talking about being a family man, I don't get a lot of time to play. So normally my play style is more aggressive, shorter games.
Kenny's a cancer lover.
Oh,
yeah.
No, not another one of those. Oh.
Yeah.
It's not that I want to. It's just that's how I have to.
It's not that I want to. I just need to.
I joined the dark side because the cookies are that good. They are fantastic.
Basically. So I would have to say the new favorite card. Now I haven't done much playing with it. I've been playing other decks, but the Tunnel Trog actually. We're gonna have to say let's add into I would say a viable aggressive shaman deck.
Yeah.
I've used aggro shaman before, but you lose steam pretty quickly, and I don't know if it's quite refined yet, but it's getting there. That's
God bless my soul.
Nice.
After it's a priest player.
Reno Jackson saved me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's funny how polar opposite you two are. Then it's like, oh, I'm gonna pick this priest card, which is probably one of the slower cards in the whole format. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna pick this incredibly fast card as my card.
Yeah, that's always the funny thing about our show is that we have like Kenny on the extreme aggressive side, I'm like extreme control, and then Cora is like right in the middle.
Yeah, I like more of the mid-range style. That's what I would normally play or want to play.
Yeah.
But again, if I was in college like Kevin was, maybe I would be playing priest. Have the time.
Fair enough.
That's what I did in college. I rated on WoW, so I probably would be playing control type decks.
Nice.
All right, so let's see. Who am I going to choose? I'm going to choose Bradford Lee. Let's go with you.
All right, man. So I'm Brad, and I go by Bradford Lee on Twitch, and it's kind of become my gaming tag now. That's actually my part of my full name. My name is Bradford Fully. My parents gave me the lovely middle name of Lee, so I went with really original Twitch name, and really original Hearthstone name. I had to make sure I put a lot of effort into that one, obviously. But let's see. For my gaming history, I started way back when. I can remember being like, maybe I was like 3 or 4 years old, and the first game I picked up was Pitfall on Intellivision.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So like I'm talking like the original Pitfall, terrible graphics on this. Like the controller was terrible too. I remember on Intellivisions. But anyway, this is like pre-Atari, pre-Nintendo, obviously. Really way back when. Played that game. And then from there on out, I kind of picked up the original NES and rode that for a little while, playing like Mega Man 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just consider, I love that game. Anyway. So yeah, I've been a gamer from the get-go. And I was a console gamer up until about PlayStation 2. I was my last real console game. And I moved over to the computer world, and also got into Magic at the same time. So I started playing Magic Online a little bit, and I grinded Magic for a while and got on the Pro Tour. And then I moved to middle of nowhere, Idaho, and it was pretty hard to continue grinding Magic because if you know anything about Magic, it's its advantage is actually to the person who is in the real world rather than the digital world. So I switched over to Hearthstone instead, and I was planning to stream Magic Online, but Magic Online is a terrible client, and it's really, really terrible to try and stream. Yeah, great game, terrible client. It's definitely meant for as a card game instead of the other way around. And so I played Magic Online for a little while and streamed it for a little while, and then realized it wasn't for me. And then I went on to playing Hearthstone. And so I've literally started streaming Hearthstone the day that I started Hearthstone. Yeah, and I've been playing for 7 months now, something like that, maybe like 8 months. And I've made Legend every month except for the first month I streamed, and in the month of October and November because there was no desire to make Legend for those 2 months as there was no BlizzCon points in it. But yeah, I'm a total tryhard and I grind that way. Yeah, that's me.
Nice.
As for my favorite League of Explorers card, I'm gonna have to take the obvious Reno Jackson pick.
Oh man,
I love that card. I have played so much Reno Lock after over the last like month, since it's been out, and I'm pretty sure that's my go-to deck now. And I love the deck. It's gotten me to Legend this season, and it's fantastically fun. If I had kids, I probably wouldn't be playing Reno, though. I'd probably be on a cancer build and grinding aggro as well, because every game is incredibly long with it, but very fun nonetheless.
Nice. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I always love those like really long grindy games though.
Me too.
Just like where you feel like you can outplay your opponent a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And it's I really think Reno is going to get better with time, because when more cards get printed, the power level of Reno goes up, because you're no longer have to run things like Twisting Nether or like in like a Reno Lock build where you're going to want board clears. You might get something new or get something that fits better with what Reno's doing. Additionally, with more cards in the card pool, it just adds to the skill cap of Reno. And so I think the card's just incredibly designed as well. Just great for the game. Great for the game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's awesome for the game. I mean, I was gonna say it slows down the game. I mean, I guess obviously not with like Cancer Shaman, but
Sure.
at least it gives like a hard counter to like really fast decks.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, and that's really nice to have something like that. It just by it being amazing that one card can slow the entire format down.
Yeah.
It's go ahead, Kevin.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it's made me, because I usually play mid-range decks, but it's made me have to slow down even my mid-range decks. I have to add some bigger threats because they're not fast enough to end a game early, but they're too slow, or their slow build just doesn't keep up with like the Reno decks or your really slow control decks.
I was just gonna comment on Kenny and I had a Twitter conversation once where he was just like talking about how much he hated Reno, and I was just poking fun at him for it.
Pretty much. Recently I haven't been playing cancer decks as much. I've been playing the actually my friend Tell from Top Deck Kings. Actually, he has this deck called Snakes and Drakes. I think, yeah, Snakes and Drakes. It's all about playing the Snakes trap and then have the volcanic drakes, so you get value. You're kind of cheating mana out of that way. And then he has a couple Cult Masters in it, so you got a nice card draw. Of course, you have Unleash the Hounds and Juggles. So it's pretty fun to play, and it's actually pretty consistent. It's a lot of fun to play. I've been playing that. I've been ranking up recently. I haven't had much time to play recently, but that's got me 2 ranks today. So
it's got a ring. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah,
Snakes and Drakes. Yeah, it's fun.
Well, I'm going to pass it over to Jeremy, who also apparently likes Hunter. Let's learn about Jeremy real quick.
Yeah, I do. As far as where I first started gaming, I think my first game system was a Nintendo 64, and I played Super Mario All-Stars and all that stuff. I was pretty much Nintendo until like the Wii or whatever. Like I played a lot of console games just growing up at home. And then when I got to like college, a bunch of my buddies were playing this weird game called World of Warcraft, and I was like, that looks interesting. I'll play it. Got sucked into that, and like the friends that I started playing the game with, they stopped playing, but I just kept playing, and it became like an obsessive habit. And to the point that like my social life was probably detriment to it. I would literally come home from work and play it for 6 hours a night until I went to bed, and then So it was it was a lot of fun, but eventually I was just like, wow, this is way too much spent on a video game. And so I got rid of my PC, and I haven't picked up a PC since, just because like I'm certain that would happen again with something else. Like, it sounds silly, but So that's about the time I picked up Magic, because I was like, well, I enjoy the competitive nature of games and playing with other people, but I like seeing people and getting to hang out with them. So I played a lot of Magic for about 2 years. But then I met who would eventually become my lovely wife. And so money was not really, it was either like buy Magic cards or like take this really pretty girl out on a date. And so I went with the girl option.
That was a mistake.
And yeah, probably so, except no, I don't think it was. So yeah, I stopped playing Magic for the most part, just because it got really expensive. I don't know if you guys, for the people who don't know anything about Magic, people talk about how expensive Hearthstone is. There are currently like just single decks in Hearthstone are in Magic that can cost anywhere from like $500 to $5,000 for a deck. So yeah, that's too much money. And so I got into Hearthstone because I was like, well, I bet like I got in right when Nax was out, and I basically just sold off my Magic collection, which was like, $400 worth of cards at the time, and bought an iPad and started playing Hearthstone. And yeah, I've been playing Hearthstone ever since. I love it. I don't play it as much as I used to. I bought a PlayStation 4 recently, and so I play a lot of Call of Duty, play a lot of Rocket League. I play probably way too much Rocket League. Rocket League's so much fun.
My friends love Rocket League. I just I don't have like a USB controller for my computer, so like I play it a little bit, but it's kind of annoying not using a controller. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would be very.
That's one hell of a game.
Easy to control.
It's such a cool game.
So yeah, so I like online multiplayer games mostly. I don't play many like Fallout or anything like that. I just like stuff that I can compete with other friends and stuff online. That's whatever game's doing that the best is what I usually play. So right now it's Hearthstone, Call of Duty, and Rocket League basically.
Nice.
And as far as my favorite card goes, it's a little weird. I like Anything Can Happen. I think that card's awesome. I like it for a specific reason. I think it represents a way for control decks to end games quickly, because I think that's and that's the thing is I don't like playing control. But I do like when control is good, because I enjoy playing mid-range. But right now, like, control is not very good. It's all tempo-based decks, and so mid-range loses that game just because it's trying to gain value, and you can't gain value when you can't ever get the board. So I would like to see control come back just so that I can play mid-range hunter again. That would be great. But yeah. So Anything Can Happen. It's funny because I really liked when Patron was a deck, just because I like what it did to the format. It kind of evened out a lot of decks. It was the best deck, but it was only because it didn't have any like significantly bad matchups. And I think that if we can get a control deck in the meta, like the Pally combo thing, that we can kind of push aggro out a little bit and bring back mid range.
I can't believe I'm hearing you say that.
Yeah, I mean, I play Face Hunter occasionally. Like, it's bad right now. I just actually over this week built the aggressive shaman deck, and that deck it's really unfair. It's really crazy because your opponent will be at like 18 life, and it's like turn 6, and you're just like, well, you're dead.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah. I have 3 cards, and 2 of them are rock biters, and one of them's a doomhammer. So goodbye.
Yeah, right.
Whatever you do, don't roll 7 on the Crackle 7. Thanks.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. But I really would like to see Control make a big comeback. That way I can play mid range again. Because I don't play Control, so I'll either play mid range or aggro, whichever one I think is better at the time. And right now, aggro is just better than mid range. So.
You should make like one of those mid range hunters with like those explorer hats or whatever they're called.
Hat party.
Awesome.
It's
hat party.
See, every once in a while, I'll get bored and I'll do that. Like I built a beast hunter the other day, and like it's fun and you'll win some cool games and stuff. But I'm really, really competitive. So if I lose like 3 games in a row, I just want to stop playing Hearthstone altogether. So I have to play like the competitive nature in me. I have to play whatever the best deck is. I can't play bad decks, even if they're fun. I'm like, no,
he just
can't lose.
That's like all I do is just play bad fun decks.
I just can't do it. I can't make myself do it. I want to so bad.
You can't afford buying iPads every week, like Matt says, putting your foot through the monitor.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Competitive, any competitive games, I'm in.
Nice.
I don't like losing very much.
No,
And that's not to say I'm ever salty. I've never gotten salty playing Hearthstone ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows that's a lie.
Just don't ever screenshot the DRC like Skype chat in between the week.
I should start posting that on Twitter.
Yeah, so like,
it basically reads salt.
Yeah,
salt,
we
salt,
supply
salt,
the
salt.
McDonald's chains with the amount of salt that we have in our chat.
Yeah, if I had to quit every time, if I had to quit Hearthstone like for a day every time I said I hate Hearthstone, I'm never playing this game again. Like I would never get to play Hearthstone. Every day I'm just like, this is the stupidest game in the entire world and I hate everything about it. And then I'm like, hey, this mid-range hunter deck looks good. Yeah, exactly.
Let's play a Malorn Druid.
Right.
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah.
So what about you, Mike?
Man, I grew up a poor child in the high. No, I'm kidding. Started my gaming career. I did play a little Atari on my grandmother's Atari, but I think I started with an NES, and I kind of skipped every generation because it was kind of the same thing as I think as you were saying, Kenny. Like your folks are like, no, I'm not buying you a next system. So I didn't own an SNES. I didn't own a Genesis. I didn't get to be one of those kids. And I had a Game Gear. I never had a Game Boy. I had a Game Gear. I was one of those.
Game Gear.
I think it's kind of like, yeah, I know, right? I think it's kind of like the PS Vita versus like the 3DS. Like the 3DS is not as good as a system, but the games just totally outweigh the PS Vita. I think it's the same issue. I didn't get an Xbox until I was in college. We did have a 64. I do remember that. But I got into PC gaming. I think I'm more of a PC master race and console. Let's see, I played every single Warcraft that's ever come out. Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2. I'm a big RTS turn-based strategy kind of got XCOM. I'll eat any of those games. Eat them up. Final Fantasy Tactics, you name it. I've probably played it. But yeah, played all the Warcrafts, the Starcrafts, played them all. I still got to do all the achievements for StarCraft 2, the campaign. I'll go back and play those brutal. Even though I'm not good at it, but I'm good enough to get the achievement. So like online, not very good. Diablos, and then of course World of Warcraft. Started playing, and in chat right now is Mr. Antoine Williams, Corey Treaster. A little shout out to them. We played together in what was it? I think we started playing in vanilla, and then we raided up until Burning Crusade came out, and then I don't know what happened to the game. It just we had a hard time finding raids to be in, but I just been playing ever since. I boosted a warrior recently as well, Kenny, because that's the only class I'd never leveled and played. But I haven't actually been playing recently. I'm excited for Legion, and I know like Matt, he raid leads. I wish he could be on tonight, but he's the hardcore Warcraft guy. And then I remember when they announced Hearthstone, I was like, oh, is it going to be Warcraft 4? Are we getting that? Is it going to be like what I thought it was going to be Overwatch, like a shooter finally? And it was a card game. I'm like, I don't care. The hell, who cares about a card game? Then I started playing Magic about 6 months later, and it would just play with buddies and friends. And so, no, not super competitive or anything. I think we were all just started picking it up within that year. Then I went to a buddy's house and played a commander deck for the first time. And he goes to tournaments and plays, not professionally, but he'll try to rank. And then I stopped caring about Magic at that point because it's like, oh my God, there is so much going on right here, right now. And that's about when Hearthstone came out. I guess it was beta. I got into beta, and just fell in love with the game. There's nothing better than Hearthstone. Nothing. Maybe except for Overwatch coming out. I don't know. Maybe
we'll see.
Should come. Let's pray.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know if when Overwatch comes out, I will play another video game ever.
No, don't say that.
I know that it's a little scary, but
I don't know.
I'll hop on and do my Hearthstone quest, and I'll just convince you guys that I'm still playing Hearthstone. I'll be like, yeah, I can't believe where Paladin is right now either. And that's like, crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Hearthstone just fits a nice niche of you can play it super competitive and dive into it, and you can also, lay in bed 30 minutes before you're going to fall asleep and just, rack out a few games or play Tavern Brawl and get super frustrated like I did this last week. I know in the past I've said I've liked random deck weeks, but screw Hearthstone. Whoever does makes up these Tavern Brawls, I hope you have a very unmerry Christmas, because I lost 10 games in a row and then said, all right, I'm going to go back. I'm going to play solo adventure and go. I think it was the third fight when you first fight Rafam. And I didn't know that he takes your deck. So I was like, my typical go-to is Zulok. We'll throw it in there, see what happens. I have no idea what mechanics are. So after 10 losses straight in a row, I go into a game and he takes my deck. And he gets, I guess his hero ability is all his cards are, I guess the cards that he pulls are 3 less. So I'm like, great. I just gave a tempo aggro deck to a class that can pull cards that are 3 less. Nope, I'm done. So
yeah, I told you that I always just do everything the first time with Face Hunter just because it's really easy.
Yeah. And
I jumped in that one and like immediately I was like, wait, this guy's playing Face Hunter? This is really stupid. I'm dead. And I lost. And then I had to like go read, and I was like, oh, so he just plays whatever deck. So then I made a rogue deck that had like buff all your weapons and stuff. Just like basically tempo rogue, and it had like all the buff your weapons, and it's like, yeah, have fun with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did was I literally coin conceded when I found out he took the deck. And then when you quit out, that little asshole comes back in and goes, oh, that was a fantastic deck. I lost it. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with Hearthstone. Ben Brode, John Woo, I don't ever talk to me again. Go away. It's okay now. It's all right. I beat him. so we're all good. So that's gaming history in a nutshell. Favorite card in LOE
I'm
though.
glad you didn't have to quit Hearthstone.
I didn't. I was close. Close. But I got my groove back. Came back. My favorite LOE card, I think I'm gonna have to say, is Raven Idol. The Druid, the one cost spell that discover a minion or a spell. I like that card a lot. I think it does a lot for Druid. I feel like it gives them more options at the beginning, but it's another. I think, like Brad, you said it last week. It's another way for them to pull like a combo card. I think that's a solid card. I don't think tempo or the mid range or the combo Druid. I don't really think it. You don't have to put away much to put that, or take anything important out to put that card in there.
Sure.
But yeah, that's my LOE card of choice, and that's me.
Yeah, I was playing with that. I was playing with that a little bit earlier today, and that was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. The Raven Idol.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm greedy, so I just take minions, but yeah, it's a fun card. Apparently, you're only supposed to take spells, or so I've heard. I don't know, but screw that.
Screw consistency.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
These minions.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely got a Tree of Life off from it this week, and I was playing against the aggro shaman deck, and I was like, all right, sweet. Game plan initiated.
That's awesome.
Certainly.
Did it work?
Oh, yeah. He ran out of cards. He ran everything out, and he had the Doomhammer out. And I was just like, okay, I'm at 3. Sweet. Game. I'll Reno this turn, basically. And it's just like, go. And he's got 1 card left. What is he going to do?
That's funny.
That's when you just spam thank you to your opponent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just how it be.
What's the Happy Winter Veil friend or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a spammer by choice, but I'm guessing that that's all you get when you hit an emote. Any random emote's going to say that, right? Am I wrong?
I think so.
No, I think that's just hello. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just hello. You can still say well played.
Okay. Well met.
Yeah. I don't know. I love spamming emotes at people.
Oh, you're one of those guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet you get a lot of friend requests, don't you?
Oh yeah. A lot of friends. I make so many friends off this game.
So I didn't want to interrupt you, Mike, but have all of you guys actually completed the heroics for the adventures?
Oh, this is the only one I have left. These guys don't seem to care. I'm going to.
I don't care.
The other 2 I've got them completed, but this one I've got half of them left, I guess. How about you?
I got all of them completed. It took me, well, I had vacation, so I just had the rest of the day off, but I just did it all in one go for the last, although I played it a couple days afterwards. Usually I did it the same day, but
yeah. What'd you play for Rafam? Do you remember?
Which one? The Unleashed or
the first one? The one where he pulls your deck and plays, like, I guess he plays his own cards that he pulls for cheaper.
I just made up like a complete random deck that had a lot of what was it? I don't even remember. It was such a long time ago.
I know what you mean. I feel like it's a specialized deck for every single one of these anyway.
Yeah, I haven't done the heroic for any of the adventures.
Man, missing out.
I did one of them. That was about it. I think I did. Yeah, BlackRock. I did BlackRock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if you got anything besides a card back, I'd be all over it. But like the card back doesn't actually make any of my decks better. The only card back that makes your deck better is the legend card back.
Never.
So,
Jeremy, I know you're a massive role player and that you really do care about decks.
I was so sad today when I did the brawl and found out that like you don't get a pack. You only get the card back, and I was like, no, I want my pack.
Can I dust this?
Yeah.
Dust this. Yeah.
That was so sad.
I use the classic card back. That's all I use.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's more just I'm too lazy to equip the other card backs.
I used the pumpkin one just because that one's cool. I'm super sad that I don't have the rainbow one. I want the rainbow one really bad. They should offer a one-time thing where they let you like craft one card back from like an expansion that you don't have, or like a month that you don't have.
They may get to doing that. We'll see. I'm missing only one. Let's see. I have the first season I missed. Was the only one I missed, and I could have gotten it. I just didn't know that. See, I thought you had to do like you had to get to like rank 5, or you had to have a low rank in order to get it. But I guess I just didn't. But yeah, that's the only one I'm missing, other than like the ones that aren't attainable, like the golden one from China. And I actually play my games with the Tesla back.
That's what I was going to ask you, if you had the Tesla,
Tesla
one.
That one's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so then what do you guys like looking forward to the next year in Hearthstone? What do you guys want to see most out of Hearthstone?
Let's open the horoscopes and predict. What do we think?
You know what I think would be really cool is if they introduced like a field spell card, like Yu-Gi-Oh has, where you can just like change the field to something else that benefits like a certain type of like monster. And so I think it would be really cool in Hearthstone. The board would just like change.
That'd be sweet.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
Or like you're saying like let's say Beast, for instance. If you're on this board, all Beast get +1/+1 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I guess that would be kind of like really strong though.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously an incredibly strong choice there, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Unleash the Hounds, 2/2s. Let's go.
Oh man.
Make it happen.
No.
No, thanks. Please no. I've had enough of Hounds and Hunter.
Okay.
Make it stop.
I think that seems very feasible to do too. Like it doesn't seem hard at all to do that, because like from like a back end standpoint from the game, because all they have to do then is implement a little thing that changes the artistic look, and then just as everything gets boosted, just like Mistcaller would.
Yeah. Maybe they'll do it soon. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yes, please.
All right, Jeremy.
I think for me, it's an easy call. I just want a way to play tournaments inside the client.
Yes, please.
Like, because currently the way that I play Hearthstone is what Mike was talking about, where I don't even play at home anymore. I just play on my breaks at work, and I play enough to finish the quests that I get so that I don't lose out on gold, so that I don't actually have to spend money on Hearthstone. Because when the new set comes out, I'll spend, gold and dust that I've accumulated since the last set to catch up. But there's really no reason for me to play Hearthstone other than like the fun of it, which it is fun, but I don't know. I would like to be able to do something besides ladder, because ladder is incredibly unfun right now, I think.
Right.
Sure.
I wonder how that would work. Have any of you guys done the StarCraft 2 ladder yet? No.
No, I don't really play StarCraft.
No. I haven't done it yet, but I know it's.
Yeah, I can't even finish the achievements like you were talking about. I just got it just to play around with when I get bored or want to do something different.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I know that the StarCraft ladder goes pretty quick because I think they talk about it being every hour, a half hour, hour and a half, something like that, a new session starts or a new ladder is created, I guess. Um, I don't know. I guess it depends on the format too. Is it Swiss? Is it round robin? I mean, what's it going to be? Because that could take up some time too. I don't know. How do you make it quick? I know Blizzard's idea is to have a game that you can pull your phone out of your pocket, play for 10 minutes while you're on the bus or something, and then put the phone away.
Well, you can still do that. Just because another way to play the game exists doesn't mean that you can't play the game the way you also previously played the game.
Right.
Introducing a tournament mode doesn't automatically make this game you have to commit 4 hours to it every time you play a game. What that does is open it up to people who do spend 4 hours playing.
Mm-hmm.
What happens
all right, so go ahead.
Sorry. No,
I was gonna say so Bradford, you stream a lot. Let's imagine you could hop on and stream a tournament. How cool would that be? People would get really into that, I feel like, instead of just watching ladder. Because with ladder there's no beginning and end. It's just I hop in, I hop out. With a tournament, you could just people jump in and listen.
Yeah.
I mean, right now what I do is I play tournaments, but it's really complex because it's the timing wise, it has to be in relation to the tournament organizer rather than I can hop into an 8-man queue on Hearthstone or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Because I think tell me if this is what you're getting at. It's more work to set it up than it is to actually play it. Get everything going. Whereas if the client did it, it's not a big deal. If it's I don't know, a 6-man, 7, whatever the size tournament it is, if it's all done in client, is that is it more difficult or is it easier for the player to get into it?
I think it would be a lot easier for the player to get into it. Yeah. It seems like for the most part that's a big issue for them, for competitive players right now, and that actually, speaking of the thing that I would want to happen more in the near future, is to be able to have that kind of thing. Because I think at this point the game is stable enough and good enough that they can design cards to keep growing it and making it better. But what really is going to make it better for the long term, in my opinion, is new modes and new ways to play the game.
The only thing though is what happens when you set up a tournament and then say you set up a tournament with 16 people and then the tournament starts and then 10 people are AFK by that point. And what do you do?
Right, and I've thought about that. I wonder if you charge if you make it a gold sync, it's arena, maybe it's 100 gold to enter it. So that would bar off some people. But it should kick people out overall, right? I mean, if they're AFK.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't know.
As long as they lose something from it, they're not going to be AFK. And if they are, then the person who isn't AFK just benefits from that.
Right.
Yeah, throw 50 gold into a tournament. And sure.
That's a good idea.
I mean, Kevin, I agree with you. I think a lot of people, especially if it was free, they would just join it, be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna play a tournament." Walk away from the phone, they pull the hot pocket out and they forget about it and turn on Netflix. I'm sure that would happen, and quite a bit. I don't know.
I guess that'd be kind of cool. Put gold rewards for tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
It's hey, you win this tournament, you get 300 gold or something.
Right. And maybe the money you put in goes into the pot. Yeah, I don't know.
Buy-ins.
Yeah, I mean it could be like arena rewards. So let's say you enter an 8-man for winning one game. For winning no games, you get a pack. For winning 2 games, you get X amount. Or for making it to round 2, you get X amount. For winning the whole thing, you get whatever.
Yeah,
and
that
you
sounds
break
like it sounds
even.
really
You break even. You break even if you just above like the second round. So like second round, you still lose a little bit, or maybe you break even at the second round, so that half the people break even.
I mean, it depends on how many players or like what the prize pool is or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you'd be like, here's a pack for playing or something. Like, what if you like entered a tournament and it was like $5 buy-in or something, and then like you put in the $5 buy-in, but everyone's guaranteed to get a pack, and then obviously like cash prizes depending on how many players and how far you get,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah. And then how often do you do them? I don't know. Like how long's the average game, you guys think? 10 minutes? 15?
I mean, you could organize it like a sit and go tournament, and just like as soon as there's like 8 people, you can just go or something.
Right. I mean,
And just everyone waits in the lobby.
right, and it's not like there's not enough players where the wait wouldn't be very long.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I like it.
Let's do it.
I like it. Oh, Jeremy, who's next?
Let's go with Kenny. You haven't gone yet. What would you like to see?
Well, in the meantime,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, Kenny was changing out his mic. We had a little bit of a hiccup there.
Okay. Well, let's go Brad then.
Well, as I said, I do want to see a tournament mode. If you wanted me to ask there to talk about the game itself, I really think that a good card design would be to create like ways to buff weapons or decrease weapons or give weapons whirlwind. I mean, not whirlwind, wind fury. So one thing that I think would be interesting, we were actually talking about it in my stream today, would be to create a weapon that or a minion that's like, let's say a 3/7 for 5 that gives your weapon wind fury. Would be a kind of a cool thing to do. And I think it fits relatively well if it costs like 5 mana, because you could use it in a control deck as just another kind of dumb dude, but allowing you to kill 2 things in 1 turn with a Death Bite, or gore howl 2 things in 1 turn. And so I think it wouldn't be broken if it fit into Warrior specifically. So I don't know. I think that would be a really cool addition to the game.
I feel like that sounds like a legendary minion.
Yeah, something like that.
Kind of setup, because I feel like it would have to be pretty expensive. Because
yeah, we could just retool Bolf. There we go. Just turn it. Bolf will be it now.
Would it be overpowered? like you said, Death Spite. Would it be overpowered to play a Death Spite? I guess depending on the turn, and then a minion as well, and use the Death Spite completely up. Would that be overpowered?
Potentially. I'm not 100% sure. I probably need to do a little testing on that, obviously. But I think that if you're getting to turn 8, 9, or 10, and you're able to play that plus a Death Spite or plus a weapon, I think at that point that's the payoff you're looking for. Otherwise, you're getting some mediocre 3/7 or 3/5 or whatever the minion is. Maybe it could even be really crappy, like a 1/1 for 4, and just say, okay, whatever, you get double triggers. It's just its ability to shift tempo is really what I like about it, because this game is so heavily predicated on tempo that I think that would just really make it cool.
I like that.
Captain Greenskin meta, anyone?
Ooh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
OP.
I had my my Gadget Zan secret hunter way back, like pre-Nax. I had a what's that? The parrot. What's the parrot? Captain's parrot. I had a Captain's parrot and a Greenskin in it. And I swear to God, it was never going to take you to Legend, but it was a heck of a lot of fun to play.
That's awesome.
Now Gadget Zan is
pirate.
Yeah.
One pirate, one parrot.
You are guaranteed to pull it, and it wasn't exact. It's if it does what you need it to do, it's not a bad 2-drop.
Yeah, right.
But Ripperino, Gadget Zan nerf. So the dream died.
Who wouldn't want a Captain Greenskin in their opening hand?
Never. Yeah, I know. Turn 2 with all those non-innervates you have.
Oh yeah. It's the dream.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh, sweet.
What about you? Or you, Kevin or Kenny? Sorry, Kenny. What about you? What do you think would be sweet to change?
All right. So,
Or addition?
can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of more of a go with the flow. I don't have too many like suggestions or any like changes that I'm looking forward to. I don't know what to. Let me think about it some more.
Okay.
Let me.
I know.
Kenny's sitting there like, I'd really like if they implemented more aggressive strategy.
Kenny would. I'll speak for Kenny. Kenny wants a 7-6 for 3 with charge.
Wind
It'll be
Fury.
great. It's a beast. Yeah, and it has Wind Fury and it's a beast.
That does not seem overpowered at all.
Clearly not.
You guys love Wind Fury.
I think we just have Shaman on the brain from all the stabs in the back recently.
Yeah.
I will say though, I do like Shaman coming back from the pit of nothingness.
I don't.
It's just really sad that it comes back like as a leper gnome. Like it's the living embodiment of a leper gnome.
Right.
I was like,
Shaman should just change its picture to like the little orc guy, the Smork dude.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know what the guy's actual name is. I know what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
I go face always.
Yeah,
Smork.
like the Smork.
Oh, the Smork emote or whatever.
Yeah, the Smork emote.
Yeah.
For those of you in chat.
Shaman should just change.
There you go.
Yeah, that guy.
Go face.
So Shaman's the new Hunter is what you're telling me.
Hunter was not always face.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you guys.
So you're telling me there was a time when it was broken with
somebody forgets Undertaker.
What was that card that got banned? I mean nerfed? Undertaker? Was that it?
Yeah. That card was good and it wasn't overpowered.
Oh, come on.
And it should still be the way that it was. And I don't think that a 3/4 and 2 leper gnomes on turn 2 is that bad.
Yeah. Turn 2.
I don't think it's that bad.
Jeremy for president.
Right.
I demand more death rattle minions. Bring back Undertaker.
As a matter of fact, it should be 1/4 for 1.
Right.
What if Hearthstone had like a game mode where you could play with all like pre-nerfed cards?
Legacy.
Awesome. Legacy, yeah.
Legacy Hearthstone.
And
Legacy, yeah, there you go.
We've kind of talked about that on the show, like as far as power creep goes. Kind of like Magic, where you go a certain amount of time back, and you can't play certain cards in the I guess the traditional competitive format. But Legacy, you could do whatever you want. I wonder. Okay, it's got to happen. I think you guys are onto something. I think it has to happen sometime. When is it going to happen though? And
I think if it ever happens, they'll make it a brawl. You'll pull up your collection in Brawl, and everything will be the pre-nerfed version of the card.
Sure.
What do you think would be the best deck?
Undertaker.
That's
Miracle Rogue.
Ooh, yeah.
a tough question.
Yeah.
I would start with Nat Paggle.
Yeah.
That'd be starting. That'd be my first card.
Remember when that card everyone was screaming about a 0/4 card? Oh man.
The one time I was the one time I almost got number 1 was I was playing a Nat Pagel Shaman. This was like, I don't know, 3 months ago. And then I remember I was at number 2, and then like all my friends were coming into my game to watch. And then I just like coined out Nat Pagel. Everyone's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just having a good time." What are you doing? Everyone was so confused. They're like, "Is that Nat Pagel?" I was like, "Yeah."
They're
like, "You're going
Magnus.
for number." They're like, "You're going for number
Magnus.
one. You're playing Nat Pagel."
Magnus. Yeah, Magnus in the chat room brings up a good one. Buzzard Hunter. I never got to play when that was a thing.
Oh man.
God,
But,
that was
that
sounds fun.
It was basically, no, it wasn't as bad as Patron Warrior, because Patron
Sunshine-
Warrior it's like, all right, so the Buzzard Hunter, you didn't want to put minions on the board, but it wasn't that bad to put minions on the board. But it was still bad
Yeah.
enough to go, all right, do I play minions or do I not? Do I only put 2 minions on the board even though I could put 6? You know, that was and then they draw cards off of it. That really is what started shutting down Shaman back in the day, because your hero
Yeah.
power was like the worst. It was the absolute worst.
Still is the worst.
Yeah.
But don't worry, now we have a card so we don't even have to use the shaman
I
hero
know,
power.
and that's we talked about it last week, but as when I was looking at Tempo Storm, and it's like, I wonder what the number 1 card this last month. Shaman. Okay, I got to see why. I'm looking through. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, Murgleton. I totally get it. This makes complete sense. The deck becomes the best deck in the game because the hero power changes
Yeah.
to anything.
All of a sudden, anyone can be hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, I was playing this game maybe like an hour and a half ago, and there was this warrior, and he played Sir Finley Murgleton and changed his hero power to hunter hero power. But then he like wasn't even an aggressive warrior. He's playing like control warrior, and he just like changed his hero power to hunter. It made no sense.
I mean, there's 2 other choices, right? The only other
Yeah.
thing that makes sense there, I mean, he could have gotten totem, but no, there's still another choice. Yeah, that's just stupid.
That makes sense. You don't gain 2 health, but you take away 2 health. It makes sense. It all balances out, right?
Sure.
Something like that.
I want to play a deck where you run like Finley and say like Justicar, and then so you just change your hero power and then upgrade it.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Combo.
cool.
So you play control warrior like shaman or something?
Exactly.
I'm on board with this idea. No, you play it in hunter because you can cast King Zelik to find the Justicar.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Now we're
All
brewing.
right. Good. We have a plan. All right.
Yeah.
Step 1.
As far as the future goes, I think the next expansion, I'm going to predict, is going to be one of the troll ones, like a Zolgarub?
Zolgarub,
ZG or Z? Was it ZA?
Yeah, ZG.
Yeah.
Zul'Aman was different. Zolgarub was in Stranglethorn, I think.
Right. Where was ZA?
Yeah.
Was it there?
ZA was
Where was Amon?
on. God, it's been forever.
I don't remember. But I think it's going to be one of those. It's going to be troll based, and the enrage mechanic is going to be the next
Ooh.
thing.
Okay.
That's my prediction. I have
That'd be pretty
absolutely
cool.
no proof on this or any evidence, but that's my hope. We don't have a lot of played enrage cards. I guess Patron was the only really one that did it. And Worgen isn't a thing like it used to be. Like even pre-Nax, a lot of people still played Enrage Worgen, but I think that's a mechanic that is underused, and I want to see come back.
I think the next expansion, they go all in with the random mechanic. You click on a card and slide it to play it. It has a random mana cost. So then it just subtracts from your pool, and then it does it either summons a random minion or casts a random spell immediately. So they go all in with the random. I think
it's
happens.
going to be called Goblins and Gnomes Extreme or something.
Right. And all of the cards will just it'll have like a full set review, and it'll just be 28 cards that just say, I don't know. And the next one will be, it does something, right? It'll be great.
By the way, when are they gonna put Arthas into the game? They have to eventually. Right?
And that's another thing. I don't think it's going to come soon, but I bet we'll be getting new hero classes sometime in the future. I don't think
I
soon.
want to.
I think,
God, can't they just do it already? It'd be so much fun.
I know.
Death Knight class, come on.
When are they going to give out the
That would
other
be great.
bot heroes, the ones that
That
can-
too.
Yeah, I've been waiting on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna start releasing these on like a regular basis. Here's the first 3."
Yeah.
That was like a year ago.
Yeah. I bought Medivh. That's the only one I bought just because Medivh's a badass. But yeah, I don't. I'm just
I
trying
was
to
a
think of the
wallet
heroes I
warrior.
want. What's that?
I was a wallet warrior. I was a wallet warrior at the time, so
Yeah.
I bought all.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If I didn't spend money, I'm not doing it right.
That Illyria definitely paid off. Said no one ever.
Just to go back a little bit, Zulaman was in Ghostlands. It was just
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay.
I could picture in my mind. I just couldn't remember what zone it was.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess they'll have to build Death Knight, they'll have to build Monk, and now they'd have to build Demon Hunter. What heroes? So Arthas, I guess, would be the demon or Death Knight class.
Yeah.
Monk, I didn't really like Pandaria.
I didn't play it
Yeah,
at the time.
No, I quit playing after Wrath.
yeah, not a big Panda fan. I don't know. So it could be anyone. I could care less. I don't know. The only one I know is like Chen Stormstout, and that's just because of Warcraft 3. But that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kenny, what do you think? What does the future hold for Hearthstone?
I'm looking forward to like the next adventures, I guess. I don't know what they would do for expansions. The troll would be a really good idea. I would back that up. Because they do have a lot of that in WoW. But as far as the adventure, I would like to see that. I don't know if they're going to make something up like they did this last one, but I feel like they should go into either what was it? Oh gosh, what was the one before TAC? It wasn't Ice Crown. It was. Oh my god, I can't even think of the name.
Yeah, I don't know. Where's Mushu when you need him?
It's with
I know, right?
Flame Leviathan.
Yeah.
The one with Flame Leviathan that you open it.
I can't think of it. Uldaman? No.
No.
The Grand Tournament? What are we? I'm confused.
It's
what
the
are we
one
talking
before
about?
the Grand Tournament.
Goblins versus Gnomes?
Oldar.
Oldar, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
there
it
we
should
go.
do that,
I'm
or it
confused.
should do the Burning Crusade. What was it? The Kazan or the
Karazhan?
Karazhan.
Yeah. I take back everything I said. I'm going with Kenny. Karazhan is freaking awesome. Yeah.
It would bring back some memories.
Yeah. I still solo that just for the lulz. That's got to be one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I had fun both rating in both of those the most, I should say.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat
What's
agrees.
the what's the name of the first, not raid, but the first like instance in WoW where you like go down to the pirate ship and stuff? What's that one called?
Oh my god! Why can I not think of this right now?
Putting everyone on the spot.
DM.
Dead Mines.
Dead Mines.
Dead Mines.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
We should do. They should do a Dead Mines.
Yeah, you fight Van Cleef.
Do more pirates.
Yes.
Pirates versus ninjas.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Magnus says Ragefire Chasm. That brings back memories. Oh man. Yeah. What did Alliance? What did they have? What was there? The stockades? Was that theirs? Their Ragefire Chasm.
Yeah, inside Stormwind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is stockades.
I mean, the developers have a lot of places to go, I think.
Yeah, they've got a lot to work with, a lot of history to still play through.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna try and create their own thing next time though?
That's a good thing. I mean, they kind of did this time.
They seem they seem to be headed down that path the last two expansions, or even Goblins versus Gnomes. It was more of like a one-off kind of weird thing.
Yeah.
Now, do you like that better than if they were to revisit something in WoW. Like I feel like if they did more original stuff, it would be pretty cool because it's its own game. Even though it's based out of World of Warcraft, I think it's more fun to not know what's coming next and just go off of that, but have it based in World of Warcraft. So
I think I'm on the other side of that, whereas like I really do like the nostalgia plays, calling back to stuff in WoW that I remember, but ultimately I don't really care one way or the other. The only thing that matters to me is what the card does. They could call it, like Big Fat Bertha McFeely Pants, and I'd be like, okay, cool. Is that a good card?
No,
I'll play it.
That's canon, isn't it? Somewhere in
right? Yeah. It went back in Stormwind outside when Big Fat Bertha McFeely Pants. She attacks Stormwind, and you have to fight her off.
She came in
with
through,
Hogger.
Came in through a portal in the Burning Crusade. I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to summon Hogger because that's the only way to beat her.
You got to summon Hogger.
Yeah.
Yep. Confirmed. Right. You heard it here first.
DRC confirmed.
Yeah.
No, I think that's going to be my new curse word is Big Fat Bertha McFeely Pants.
Oh man.
Teach that to your kids. They'll start saying it in school.
Now, what I'm hoping is in 6 months we get a card that comes out and it's Big Fat Bertha. I can't. How do you say it again? Big
Fat Bertha McFeely Pants.
McFeely Pants. And it's going to be like a 4-8 for 7 that Death Rattle summon Hogger.
It's gonna anytime you attack it, your creature bounces off and hits something else instead.
Perfect.
Easy game.
BFB MFP for
yeah,
short.
I like that, Vendio.
Yeah.
That's good. BFB MFB. Oh man. Well played, sir. Well played. All right. So, anything else? Any other thoughts?
I think we need to revisit this when the new set comes out or when more content comes out to see who was correct.
Yes, I want to see if BFB MFB becomes a thing in the next expansion. Please, who's the? I can't remember who the lead. Well, from what I remember, Ben Bro doesn't make all the decisions. I feel like Yongwu was someone too. Whoever it is, let me know. We need BFB MFP. I'm going to keep saying that so I can memorize it.
We will not remember it next.
I think what I'm going to do tonight,
remember it next,
and I'm going to put this on Twitter if I have time to do it. I'm going to make a Hearthstone card and put it up, and I'm just going to spam hashtag Blizz Hearthstone at Hearthstone. Please make this a card.
Big Fat Bertha card.
Oh my god. Yeah. So definitely, we'll have to come back and revisit this and see if any of us are right.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
Yep.
Coin conceded, DRC confirmed.
Yeah.
Yes. Or what would the initials be for that?
Yeah, right.
CCDRC?
Yeah.
C? Too many C's.
CCDRC confirmed.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. Too many acronyms now.
Oh, man.
Make it stop.
So my creative one's going to be a ninja versus pirate. That'll be what I'll go with then.
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't really go with anything.
Yeah. As we have ninja classes. Or I guess, not classes.
Oh, ninja class.
Tribe, yeah.
Ogre ninjas.
Yeah, we have a couple of them. Not enough, but a couple. I feel like we have enough. Well, obviously, there's already a pirate tribe, but I guess there's enough to make a deck already. Rogue does pretty good, right?
I wonder if they could go off of like what's written in books too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's in the universe.
Yeah.
That's a lot more content at that point. I mean, there's a lot to play off from at that point. They've got so much content to potentially design from.
And is Edward Van Cleef a pirate? Right? No, he's not.
He's not.
He's not.
That's
I think they
dumb.
confirmed that
He
on
should
Twitter.
be.
Yeah. They could update that. I mean, they did for a lot of mechs. Yeah. I like that.
Isn't he like on a pirate ship or something? Like in his picture?
In Dead Mines he is too, yeah. I forgot what the name. There's a name of the ship, isn't there? Where's Matt when we need him?
I know Mushu's like the wealth of knowledge for all this. He would literally be just spitting it all out, be like, "You're wrong. It's actually BFB BRCS 7 or something." You know, it's just like, okay.
And she didn't come in Burning Crusade. She came. She was an ice crown.
We'll know if he listened to the podcast by how angry he is about how much we messed up when he comes back next week.
Yeah.
He'd be like our chat, like everyone in chat was like, Uldar.
It's like, these guys, it's Uldar.
It's actually the whole entire chat is just Mushu, 17 different accounts.
It's at least nice to kind of talk to it about on the podcast, just because Kevin and Cora actually never played WoW.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like,
man,
I want to reference this, but then
sorry, guys.
Oh, that's sad. Oh.
That'll be your holiday vacation. You got to play WoW for a month.
Yeah.
See, I would never stop. So.
You have to beat WoW.
Yeah,
you have 1 month. Beat it.
That's why I quit, Kevin. Don't feel bad. I can't go back.
I would literally never stop playing.
It will own my soul.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the joint cast. This is a lot of fun.
This was
I love
fun.
this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It kind of worked out. Cora couldn't be on this week and last week because she's on our trip with her school.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing like vocal gig. She's over in Europe somewhere, or I think she was in Greece and Italy and like all kinds of places over there. So she'll be back next week, hopefully. And yeah, so it worked out just because she's been on your show before. I know that you guys had her on for her Corridon deck.
Yeah.
So it was nice to at least get both of us on.
Yeah.
And then do a joint. Maybe we'll do like a once a year thing or something.
Yeah. No, this is I love, like, I listen to a lot of podcasts in my commute, and simulcasts are a lot of fun. Listen to different people. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys. I really appreciate doing this.
Really nice to kind of kick back and just talk about just whatever, and not to follow an actual like certain like news or
segment format.
Meta. Yeah. It was just nice to just talk. It was cool.
Yeah. No metadata.
That Mushu wasn't here. Like, anyone besides Mushu is like an immediate improvement. So that's good.
You're just looking.
You're just
give
trying
him
to
some
piss
ammo.
him off more.
Yeah, exactly. You're looking
God.
forward to next week, aren't you, Jeremy?
We haven't had to talk about like koalas or toilets flushing in the wrong direction.
They're called drop bears.
I
And I've
refuse
learned
to
a
give
lot.
him that.
All right, guys, if you ever go to Australia, turtlenecks, scarves, and pasting Vegemite on your body. Yeah. That's how you protect yourself from those.
It's like sunscreen over there. You just put Vegemite all over yourself. That's what we've learned. And everything is like Outback Steakhouse. We also learned that.
Right.
Blooming onions
and
for
Foster's.
Oh God.
What if by the time I go out there, I forget it's whatever it is and put marmalade on my neck?
Oh! I hear they love marmalade.
They just look like a tourist at that point.
That's why all the British drop their prisoners off there. It's like they love marmalade, so they're sure to die from all the drop bears. But those they're so smart, those prisoners. They knew better. They came out. They invented Vegemite and Foster's beer, and they survived through all the ages. And by ages, I mean a couple. I don't even know how old Australia is. I'm talking out my backside right now. I have no idea.
The continent, it's really, really not old at all.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah. Oh man, he's gonna hate us. I can't wait for next week. All right. Well, I think that does it. Yeah. So, guys, again, thank you very much from Conceded. That's Kenny and Kevin. I'm Mike, joined by Brad and Jeremy, and we will see you all next week.
All right. Take care, guys.
Conceded.
Conceded.
Oh,
God.
Oh wait, we should plug Conceded for you guys.
Yes.
How can we find you guys?
Oh yeah.
Everyone who wants
we
to
didn't
know.
even do that. Don't go away. Stop the podcast. Don't pause the podcast.
Yeah.
People are like, why is there still 2 minutes left on the podcast? And they just said bye.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Tell us where we can find you guys
Yeah.
so everybody can know.
Kevin, why don't I go first?
Why don't I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. You can find me on Twitter at Kevin Cookies. with K, cookies with a K, of course, because that's the only way to spell it. You can also find me on Twitch. I lurk on like a lot of different streams, so if you see me, feel free to say hi. And anyone can add me on Hearthstone, Kevin Cookies 1804, if anyone ever wants to. I love chatting with all you guys, so yeah.
Nice.
It's about
Cool.
it.
And you can follow me at KCCO_gamer on Twitter. And I'm also on Twitch at KCCO_gamer. I haven't been streaming at all. I was going to pick it up. I just recently got my schedule changed to 5 a.m. every day. So usually I would do it late at night when all the kids are asleep, but that's usually when I'm sleeping too. So when I can, I try and do it. But I haven't done too much. But you can check me there.
Nice. Brad, how about you?
Oh, okay. I guess I'll plug myself.
You should, yeah.
I should, definitely. I stream on Twitch like every day, except for Friday. Yeah, but you can check me out on twitch.tv/Bradfordly as well. So, yeah, I'm around.
Jeremy, where can people find you naked?
Naked on the internet at Big, what's her name? Big Bertha McFeelypants.com. That's my homepage. You can find me on my MySpace account. It's super cool. No, just in Hearthstone. Like, if anyone wants to add me, it's Flashin Yeva. Yeva's spelled YEVA. So FLASHIN Yeva YEVA. Hashtag 1542.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you can find the Death Rattle Crew just at www.deathrattlecrew.com. And that is it.
Wait, let me
go ahead. No, go.
It's not that.
Not
All
yet.
right.
We keep tricking
More.
You can actually follow CoinConcede
Yes.
at coinconcede.com. Twitter is at CoinConcede. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But happy 20 episodes to us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Make sure you guys follow
20,
Conceded if you don't yet. They're great. I've been following them for a little while now. They're intelligent human beings.
We have a good time.
Yeah.
We'll be back in full force when Corey gets back. We got lots of stuff coming up, so it's pretty good.
Perfect.
Cool.
Come check us out.
Perfect.
Now that I think is everything.
All right.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Third time's the charm.
I feel like this is the end of like the Lord of the Rings, where it's like, oh, they did it. They destroyed the ring. Holy crap! There's still a quarter of the book left. Oh, they're back in the Shire. There's still an eighth of the book left. Why does this keep going on?
The credits are rolling, and you've got the first after credits scene, and then you've got the after the credits scene.
Now we're on the secret track at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Oh, God.
Chat. We will see you later.
All right. Peace, everybody.
KCCO.
Bye, guys.
All right. That's it. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that worked out. That was awesome.
Oh, jeez.
It's fun.
Oh yes.
We just like decided to stay on for an hour after we like screwed up 3 times.
Right.
Ending it. Might as well stay on. Might as well stay on now, right?